Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with SOMA Blind. Now, I found an Omni tool last time, so let's connect this to this console and see what happens.
Service console Upsilon 3, including pilot seat, activated.
Okay, system status. Whoa. Apparently it's 100 years has at least, well, not quite, because it was what, 2015, but almost 100 years has passed, judging from this date, which I'm not sure if I was supposed to find out in such an unceremonious way, but it's definitely quite weird. Let me look through the rest of it, and then I will comment more elaborately on what I think might be going on. Run setup, remote access denied, service offline, main power suspended, initiate WoW setup, program unreliable, denied, emergency systems, 13 days remaining. So is it like a power supply that's only going to last for 13 days? If we are underwater, or even worse, in space, then that is a serious problem. But to comment on this date, so seemingly, judging from this, almost 100 years has passed since the intro, the scene in Toronto and here. Now, obviously, judging from the very name of the game, SOMA, which means body in Greek, and the overwhelming abundance of things, of objects in game and visuals and actual plot points having to do with the brain and with the human mind, I would say the scan has resulted in, because the scan was supposed to map my brain in a computer form, right? So I would say that I am either a clone in the future, I am a clone infused with the brain structure of the original protagonist from 2015, or I am a robot. Like, I might be a computer, although that's kind of debatable, because I'm pretty sure that even when waking up here, I did see my own arms, and they were clearly human arms. But if it was possible back in 2015 to digitize a human brain, then obviously that has to play some kind of a role eventually, especially judging from the abundance of robots in this very station. And one of the people, she was talking to the robot. She was like a little bit creeped out by it, as if she thought it may be watching her, or she somehow felt uncomfortable about it being online. So, yeah, my working theory is that I am either a clone of the original character or a robot. I guess more data must be gathered before I can make a final judgment. But it's clear to me that the brain scan must play a pivotal role in the story, because obviously it can't just be the very same character, because even if I was kept in stasis or something, like, even if I was unconscious for all that time, and even if you somehow account for the loss of for muscle atrophy and all that, I simply wouldn't live that long as a regular human, because I was already 26. So if you I would be over 100 at this point, which is not feasible to me at all. Okay, progress scan SJ. Yeah, again, it's almost 100 years. The Cash Legacy, SJ, subject Simon Jarrett, terminal scan, authorization David Munshi, 2015 version 1, Toronto. Yeah, right, so I'm pretty sure they must have somehow transferred my original consciousness to this new body. I guess what remains to be seen is whether it's a 100% organic body, or whether I am like a cyborg or like a full-on robot. It didn't look like it, but in 100 years maybe they had a technology to devise a robot that looks like a human. Okay. Omni-II. Okay, there's a lot of options here, so let's check the inventory. Inventory, basic ductile suits, 1 to 6, okay, unknown contamination, okay, and in use. All Haimatsu power suits stored at Omicron. Okay, so let's check the Omni-Tool tab then. Manage tool chip. Welcome back, Luis Maron. So I took somebody else's Omni-Tool. Presumably that person is already dead at this point. Your Omni-Tool is in perfect condition, but not fitted with a tool chip. Note that without the tool chip, your FST kit will be unavailable, including your cross-site security access. To continue using your designated privileges, please insert a tool chip and run an update. Tool chip not inserted. Manage Cortex chip. Your Omni-Tool is in perfect condition, but not fitted with a custom Cortex chip. You are currently being serviced by a default onboard intelligence, Helper Jane. Note that installing a Cortex chip will override the helper and may severely alter your user experience. Okay, I don't have any Cortex chips. Unlock toolbox. Ah, okay. So this has unlocked this. Is this a chipset? I can enter it here.
Tool chip found.
Okay, and I seemingly can't use the other ones because I cannot grab them the same way I could with this one. So let's install this one. Manage tool chip. Tool chip height 7. Update. Updating security ciphers. Toolchip updated.
Toolchip security cipher updated.
Okay. Damn it, but I wanted to see the other tab as well. I hope I will be able to put it back. Oh, maybe I don't need to. Because I've enabled the console already. Maybe now it's like wirelessly connected? Okay, let's check the orientation tab.
I know they told you that field technicians would get full access throughout pathos-II. I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to get in your way. We need you guys to keep this place up and running, but there needs to be at least some level of security on these things. I don't want to hear you barge into some quarantined area at Omicron and just knock down the whole place with some virus or whatever the hell they're doing over there. This is what you can do. You'll be able to use it to open doors, basically all of them. If you can't, there's something wrong or someone didn't want you in there. Then what do? You shove that Omni-Tool into a terminal and see if you can't get around it somehow. I mean, sometimes you'll need to get into places where you don't belong. Just find a way. You're an engineer, for crying out loud. What else? Take care of your gear. Don't be an asshole. That's about it, really. My name is John Strohmeyer, pathos-II security operative. I got an office at Theta. Come see me if you got any issues you can't handle yourself. Good luck.
Okay, so that's pretty weird to have them outright state in an official employee orientation video that you are supposed to go outside your like you're supposed to try and get into places that you do not have authorization to get into. Like, I totally understand them trying to the game trying to teach that to the player, but what I don't understand is the in-universe justification. Like, it seems like a demented idea to say that to people who work for you, because, like, if you tell them to do it, surely they cannot be held accountable for doing it, or presumably they can, but they can always claim, that they were persuaded, or even that they were ordered to do it, because they pretty much were, and as such treated as a mitigating circumstance. So that seems like a pretty stupid thing to do, all things considered. Can I do anything with this? Nope. But there is another terminal here. Pilot seat 3, Epsilon. In progress. Okay, a bunch of gibberish. Okay. Construct network. Epsilon offline. Okay. Pilot status. Pilot not found. But the pilot of what? Is this the pilot's seat? It would appear so, because the computer, I think, is connected to this, but what are they piloting? Sync pilot black box. Not found. Connection status offline. Reports. Pilot Karl Semken. Support Ami Azaro. Vehicle Tugger. Task replace heat shields. Result success. So I guess they are piloting some kind of a robot, some kind of a robot, or like a device used for maintenance. Production restored. Notes. Semken reported uncharacteristic levels of nausea after the mission. Diagnostics show a spike in electromagnetism surrounding the pilot helmet, which is believed to be the cause of Semken's symptoms. No indication to what created this anomaly. Attention. The pilot system has become increasingly unreliable. Everyone who's been using it a couple last of months has been having headaches and spells of nausea. Last week, Gavin was knocked out for 30 hours while trying to direct a helper cluster. This is not acceptable. We will figure this out, but for the time being, I'm shutting down the usage of the pilot's system. This means you will have to do some heavy lifting, performing the operations through programming or physical labor. No one is happy about this, so don't bother complaining. Jane Addams, Chief Factor. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess I'm ready to continue, because, as I said, the rest of the chipsets don't appear to do anything. I cannot pick them up the usual way. I'm just going to quickly check if something has changed here. Okay, this is actually the way I'm supposed to go. I kind of thought it was the other way, but that's mostly because I'm ridiculously bad at finding my way, both in games and, in fact, in real life, unfortunately, as well. So, this is where I'm supposed to go. Now, there's clearly... There is clearly some kind of an enemy around here. But hopefully it's not going to kill me at such an early stage, because I feel like this is still a tutorial kind of. Okay, there's electricity here. Vents. Okay, I don't think I can do anything with this for the time being. Observation tunnel. Swipe Omni tool. Okay, so this feels like a place that's actually proceeding with the main objective, kind of, because you know it's protected by an actual gate. So I'm going to visit it last. For now, I would like to check the side rooms as well. Okay, and I think this loops back, right? Wait. Wait. What has just happened? I was here. This is the pilot seat 3, right? Yeah. So, wait. What did I just do? I guess this gate must have been blown open, and I can now go sort of around. But I cannot do anything with this, so I guess I have only one choice, which is basically to go where I needed to swipe the Omni tool. Over here. Wireless access point. Okay. Oh yes, we are super underwater. I'm getting Bioshock vibes. Even from the construction of this tunnel. Okay, some set of robotic arms or something like that. Okay, scrambled computers. Drawings of some fish. Okay, this doesn't look normal. Although, on the other hand, some of those deep, some of those fish that live very deep underwater are kind of freaky. Like, for example, the anglerfish is kind of horrifying in how it looks. So maybe those are real fish. I don't think so, but you know. Okay, this is clearly some kind of a mutant, right? Because, you know, I do not know much about marine biology, but I'm pretty sure sharks don't have, like, tentacles growing out of their backs. So there is that. Okay. Let's check this, because it's another one of those communicators. And I have some... again, it's marked as offline, but presumably I'm going to hear something if I click on it.
Amy, are you there? worked here for years. You're not even gonna miss it a little bit?
A power plant full of psychotic machines. I'll find a way to go.
That's cold, man. It's not Upsilon's fault it got swarmed.
Whatever. Seal that thing and get back to camp already.
Roger that.
Full of psychotic machines, you say? So, presumably they had some problems with the robots at the other sides? And ultimately at this one, presumably as well, because I have not found a single alive person. And judging from the communication, they have been closing the doors, sealing them, presumably specifically to avoid, the spread of the enemies. More of the black goo. I don't know, can I? Who is even talking? Okay, I didn't really want to do that.
Shit.
Okay, I shouldn't have done that, probably. Most likely. But where is the voice even coming from? Okay, can't connect to this. Critical system failure. Please reboot the workstation. If a problem persists, inform your administrator. Okay, there's electricity flaring up here as well, so presumably I shouldn't touch it. But to be honest, touching this seems like an even more stupid of an idea. But I don't think I have much of a choice. So, well, let's do it and see what happens.
What was that? It doesn't hurt anymore.
Okay, so it disabled the electricity. But what even is that? It seems like some kind of a weird amalgamation between machine and an organic creature. And it's dripping this black goo. So am I to understand that it's this creature's blood? Maybe. Oh well, I guess I must go through here. Yeah, I very clearly still have human arms, with actual skin on them. But it doesn't prove anything conclusive, because it might be a synthetic skin. It might just look like it's regular human skin, Obviously, in 100 years, presumably, technology has advanced quite a lot. And also, another point in support of a theory that I am a robot would be that I'm experiencing malfunctions of my vision, and they seem to be very much electronic in nature. Like, it's not that my vision is blurred, or it's not that my vision is shaking. There are actual artifacts, It seems to suggest that my vision is in fact electronic in nature, and there is an actual distortion, as if my eyes were a screen, So that might be a point in favor of me being a robot, but I guess exhaust. Okay. I just wanted to check if maybe I can go somewhere else. I guess more data must be gathered before I will be able to make a ruling on that. Station control. Okay, there's a lot of this black goo around. Epsilon geothermal power plant. Turbine generator injector well. Production well. Soil rock layer geothermic zone. Okay, so I guess this makes a lot of sense, because from what I know about geothermic energy, it's actually like it would be a lot easier to harness it if you were to do it from the bottom of the ocean. What the problem is currently is that actually maintaining a facility at the bottom of the ocean would be presumably either impossible or totally impractical at this point in terms of costs and all that. But the fact that utilizing geothermal energy from the bottom of the ocean compared to on the ground is much easier is, for example, the reason why Rapture in BioShock was also powered by geothermal plant. It had an actual, there was a whole level centered around this. Okay. More Chinese. And this is offline. There's a sticky note. Don't touch the structure gel leakage. I can't confirm its effects on WoW. I have no idea what WoW is, but presumably I'm going to learn eventually. Issue has been reported to SSE Welcher. Okay. A bunch of errors. Again, a bunch of errors. Malfunctioning screen. Radio signal blocked. Insufficient power. More Chinese, alternatively Japanese. As I said, unfortunately I can't distinguish them. So, there's some kind of a robot here.
Hey, can you hear me? I guess the answer is no. I feel like the game would like me to disable this, but it seems to me that this robot might need it as a power source of some sorts, and it's breathing. Like the fact that it's breathing, or at least the game would like me to believe that it is, seems to suggest that it might not be entirely mechanical. It might be partially organic. In which case, disabling it would actually kill it. Like, if it's alive
in some way, then I would prefer not to kill it. Station control, but it seems the game is kind of forcing me to. Because I don't know what else I can do. I guess I might try breaking the window here. Okay, I don't think this is going to work. Okay, so I have to disable at least one of those tubes, right? But I don't know what exactly do they do and what effects it's going to have. Let me just quickly check, just to be entirely sure that I can't go into the other direction here. I'm going to speed it up because it's not particularly interesting to watch. I just really don't want to kill this robot, which is presented in a way that's suggesting to me that it's actually alive in some way. Obviously, I also don't know, one wire from the other. Like, I don't know what's the difference between them and what effect disabling one of them is going to have. Like, I don't know which one is better to disable. But I presume whichever one I choose is probably not going to end well for the robot. But unfortunately, it seems to me that the game is kind of forcing me to do it. Because I don't think I can break the glass. It doesn't... Okay, let's try disabling this. Okay, so clearly it spoke, didn't it? It spoke, and it very clearly needs those tubes to stay operational. Can I do something else? I can't reconnect it, and disabling just one didn't do anything. The computers are still not operational. I would really prefer, not killing it. Especially because I hardly even know what I'm doing at this point, and I would prefer to make an informed decision on the things that I'm doing, rather than just clicking everything I can without regards for the consequences. And it very clearly spoke to me and actually begged me to not do it, to not disable it. So I feel bad about ignoring it, but I'm not sure if I can do anything else at this point. Like, Also, there's something else. Robot assembly. Okay, so this has closed behind me, so I guess I have literally no choice but to go through there. And in that room, I think at this point I have no choice but to disable that robot, which I feel kind of bad about because I feel like I'm hurting it in some way. Even if it's not really alive, it's very clearly afraid of being disconnected, and I feel bad about the prospect of doing it, but it seems I have no choice in terms of actual proceeding with the story of the game. Now, there's one more thing I would like to briefly comment on, which is the fact that I find the protagonist to be weirdly subdued in his overall reactions, because like he was freaking a little bit at the very beginning, but apart from that, he's taking all of this relatively well, and it's kind of annoying to me how he doesn't seem to care that much about his situation, and more damning, he doesn't seem to care about the clues that I've been picking up. Like, for example, about the date, right? Almost 100 years has passed since he was in Toronto, which to him presumably was just like a couple of minutes ago, and he doesn't question that. Now, I would understand it if it was a silent protagonist, because then I would assume that the game wants me to step into his shoes and sort of question it myself, which I am. But he's very clearly, at least a little bit, defined. He has his own voice lines and his own reactions. Like, he was interacting with his friend from the grimoire shop, for example, teasing him about being insensitive or whatnot. So it's not like he's a blank slate type of protagonist. Okay, I really feel like I have no choice. So I'm sorry. But I guess you'll have to die.
I need it. Why? I was okay. Oh, okay.
Well, I feel kind of bad about this, but on the other hand, I also feel kind of frustrated because, as far as I understand it, unless I missed something that was pretty obvious, I didn't really have a choice. Doing that was required as part of the actual game, like the actual story of the game. I to proceed, I had to disable this robot. So I feel like any feelings of guilt that I might have are kind of mitigated by the fact that I didn't really choose that. Like, it's an equivalent of the, press X to commit war crimes, and then the game sort of trying to imply that I did something bad, when in reality my other alternative would be to not play this game. So, oh well. Unless, as I said, there was some other way to proceed and I just didn't see it, in which case it's totally my fault that I euthanized this little robot over here, which clearly, regardless of if it was alive or not in a conventional sense, it very clearly had feelings, or at least exhibited feelings, and it didn't want to be disabled. Oh well. Let's power this up. Radio signal blocked. Insufficient power. Okay, so presumably I need to power this up. Manual boot sequence. Oh frick, didn't want to do that. Ah, there are those buttons here. To be honest, at this point, I'm kind of tempted. Like, for a second, I was kind of tempted to see what's going to happen if I go into red. Like, would it have exploded? Or maybe something cool would have happened. But I don't think I can go back now, so...
What's happening? Hello? Is there anyone there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Upsilon, what's going on?
I have no idea. I just sort of woke up here.
In the room right now?
It was like a seat with a helmet.
Is that right? What's your name?
I'm Simon Jarrett.
And what do you... signal... Damn relays. Where are you now?
Someplace dealing with electrical power. I'm not sure if it's a plant or a transformer.
Yeah, you're probably in a thermal plant somewhere. You want to go upstairs to the comm center. It's the room with the dome ceiling.
Hey, look, this place is not... There's something seriously wrong here. Hello?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. We lost another relay. Just listen, head for the comm center upstairs. I'll wait here.
Okay, again, I kind of disagree with the way the protagonist disagree and sort of don't really understand the way the protagonist is going about this, because if I were him, I would start with the fact that I'm Simon Jarrett, okay, and the last thing I remember before waking up is scheduling a scan in Toronto in 2015, whereas from what I've read already, it's almost 100 years since that point. It's like 2104 or something like that. So I would definitely mention that, because it seems he's omitting crucial information that would enable the other people to better understand his situation, because and presumably help him better, because it seemed from what she said that she's assuming like that she doesn't know how lost I am. Like I don't think she comprehends how much I don't know what's going on. Like, she might think I hit my head, or like I suffered an accident in the workplace, but I don't think she realizes that from my perspective, I've skipped the last 100 years and awoke in a totally different setting than the one I was in just a minute before. Like, I would have definitely mentioned that if I was the protagonist, but then again, if I was the protagonist, I wouldn't be here, because I wouldn't stay for the freaking brain scan in the first place. Epsilon standard pressure, oxygen unavailable. Wait. What do you mean oxygen unavailable? So again, I'm most likely a robot, because if you couple the fact
that I have literal artifacts in my vision, with the fact that 100 years has passed, with the fact that my brain was copied onto a computer, and with the fact that apparently there is no oxygen left in this station, if I am reading this correctly. So obviously, if there isn't, then I must not need it to survive, right? Power restored, recorded downtime, 143 days. Structural inner hull integrity, multiple breaches, base structure, minor perforation of the subcoat, armor, door chassis confined. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a clue, right? Oxygen unavailable. Come on. Okay, I read that already. Now, this looks like basically like a gate to hell, which, you know, if you are generous enough with your interpretation, it pretty much is, because the geothermal energy is derived from the heat of the Earth's, well, presumably not from the core itself. It's impossible to drill, you know, that much into the Earth, but from the areas surrounding the core of the Earth. So there is literal lava in there at one point or the other. So I guess that's what I'm seeing here. And as I said, if you are generous enough, you could interpret it as drilling into hell itself. Okay, what am I even doing here? Danger, caution. Okay, it's another one of those weird roads. It seems that it has healed me the last time, but it still seems like a supremely bad idea to me. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm super dead. I'm super duper dead, I think. Which is annoying because I wanted to check. Oh, come on! I wanted to check this. I don't think I will be able. Especially because I'm pretty sure this enemy is going to kill me very shortly. Okay, it's some kind of a robot with like a growth on its back, but whenever I look at it too closely, I get those distortions, so I feel like I'm not supposed to be doing that. Okay, I guess I'm not going back there then. Let's try once more, although I seriously doubt. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Like, I'm pretty sure I should be able to stand on this railing. Like, it seems pretty physical to me. But I guess I'm supposed to be running. Can I somehow close this? Can it even follow me up here? Okay, maybe it can't follow me up here, but still, I think I missed some things down there, so I will try to return later on, but for now, I feel like this episode has been long enough, but what's kind of annoying is I don't think there is a save option in this game. Like literally, I don't think I tried different function keys to try and find a quick save, but it's not listed anywhere here, and there is no save option in the menu outside of exiting. So I might start the next episode in a little bit of a different place than this. But I'm trying, because I need to exit the game now, and resume playing on some other day. But I will try to roughly match it with each episode. Obviously, it's probably not going to be 100% exact, but I will roughly match it. And if between checkpoints I do anything in the previous episode, I am going to repeat it in the meantime, while I try to get in the same position. So with that being said, next time I will try to get back down there and check if I can get into some of the other locations. Like there was a door on the lower level, I think, and there was also a whole walkway, like a railing. So I'm going to check that as well. But for now, I feel like this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to pause it here and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!